Hey guys, welcome back to another JC Tennis video. We got some Novak Djokovic, Andy Murray quotes and news today. I have the article pulled up here. So Novak played his round 2 match last night. He played this guy from Portugal, Faria. He played a good match. He won the second set, but Novak in the end, experience and just relentless greatness, was able to get it done in 4. Good win for him. I believe he's playing Thomas Mashak next. Djokovic made history with his latest Australian Open win. He moves closer to a 25th Grand Slam title. He played his 430th Grand Slam singles match, surpassing Federer after beating the Portuguese qualifier that I mentioned. So, again, breaks another Roger Federer record. He's broken quite a few of those in the last few years. So you see the headline here. Novak Djokovic says he loves what Andy Murray did after his first round Australian Open win. I'm going to pull up some of his quotes, but Djokovic, he really just talks about how Andy puts a lot of time in, watches a lot of film, and really dissects these young players. I'll read some of these off. Djokovic said, with Andy here, Andy has been spending quite a bit of time watching videos. He watched live my first match, but then he watched the replay of the entire match the next morning. Man, this Andy Murray is just a grinder in everything he does, it sounds like. He was a grinder on the tennis court, as we all know, and it seems like as a coach, he's relentless. You see him on the court as the coach of Djokovic, and he's engaged every point, clapping, cheering, just looks so locked in. And then once the match is over, it seems, he's dissecting the match, looking at things. It's very impressive, and it's also not surprising. Djokovic went on to say he's really dedicated, and I love that because when you watch the match from a different perspective, you watch the replay, you can maybe see things that you haven't seen in the heat of battle. Then he talks about he doesn't see the entire match like Andy does, but I see highlights in certain moments where I feel like maybe I was off balance or should have played better, in moments where I played really well. And then, I read through this a little earlier. He talked about how they kind of see eye to eye. They see things similarly. We speak the same language, so to say. And that's what a lot of people were saying when they announced that they were going to be working together, is that Andy he has the experience that Djokovic does. They've both played Grand Slam finals, won big tournaments in the same era, so they have relation to each other. And they're both guys that just know tactics so well. They know physically what it takes to go through these Grand Slam fortnights, and they have a lot in common that they could bounce off each other. Djokovic says, we had to do more, work in terms of the first analysis preparation for the first 2 guys that I faced because there are not too many matches on them. Very young. We had to really also talk to people in the locker room that played them and so forth to try to get as much information as possible. So Andy had his work cut out for him, man. And he probably still does going forward. Obviously, now he gets Mashak, then he's probably getting Leheshka, then he's probably getting Alcaraz. I know the guy's whole draw, man. I'm into this Djokovic run. But it's going to be tough from here on out. But it's going to be players at least they know. It's not going to be as hard to get information on these guys. Yeah, and he says it here, the next quote, you know the names better, like my next opponent. It will be easier to find material on them to prepare. But, Djokovic, I feel like when we saw Bazaveretti, he played really well for a set and a half. We saw Faria played really well for a set, a little over a set. I feel like, and we saw it with Popyrin at the U.S. Open. Popyrin just redlined, and Novak couldn't beat him. I'm just afraid one of these guys is just going to do what Popyrin did and just use redline for 2-3 sets, and Novak can't pull it out anymore. I think Leheshka is the guy to watch. I think Mashak will probably be another guy that takes a set off him, but Novak weathers the storm. But I think Leheshka is one to watch out for if Leheshka even wins his 3rd round match. You never know with a lot of these guys. But there's promising signs and signs that would make you worry, I'd say, so far through 2 matches at this Australian for Novak Djokovic. I think we're all kind of feeling it's hard to imagine he goes and beats, if this ends up being his path, Alcaraz in the quarters, Zverev in the semis, Sinner in the final. I think we're all looking around saying, that's going to be difficult. But if anyone in the history of the game could do it, it's Novak Djokovic. So I'll leave this video off there, and I'll be back soon with another video, guys. So I'll see you guys next time.